Right, let's go to the phone line, shall we? 03717223344. We're talking United. Jay joins us. Hello, Jay. Good afternoon.
Afternoon.
How are you?
Looks like the heavens are about to open up, so I'm hoping to get home before that. But
What?
yeah, how are you?
Are you driving a convertible?
No, mate. But I live on a farm, and we're getting the driveway done. So me getting into the house, I'll be drenched by the time I get in. So yeah, hoping not.
Okay, that's a great update. When will the driveway be finished, Jay?
Well, I'm hoping soon, mate. They've been at it for ages now.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what, phone us back tomorrow. Let us know how they're getting on. Will you do that?
Oh, mate, it'll be Jim Ratcliffe would have bought United by the time these guys are finished, honestly.
Go on, talk about your side. What do you want to say?
Well, I think, mate, it's obviously been such a tough, nearly 20 years now of these guys being in. I think it's been 17 years, and I feel like, time's up now for them. I've been a season ticket holder since I was 8, so that was, 1998. I've only missed 9 games since I've had a season ticket, home games, that is. And I won't be going back to United until they sold it, mate.
Why? Why? They've already got your money.
It's not about the money, though, is it? This isn't about the money. This is now about For me, it's about if I don't make a stand now, I can't expect anyone else to do it. And the only way these guys are going to stop coming is if we stop spending money when we go into the stadium, as in spending money while we're there. I know they've already got our money. I know that. We can't do anything about that, right? But if I don't go and 10 other lads don't go and then, families don't go, empty seats, that doesn't look good for sponsors. And in the longer run, it's not good for the Glazers. And I feel like, it's close now. This is the first ever time in, 15, 20 years of them sort of saying they're going to sell. It's just bad, mate. I go to Old Trafford week in, week out. It's horrible. It's a horrible experience. There's no fan experiences. When I go to away games, I see what certain clubs are doing for their fans, and it's just absolute. We've been left behind 2 decades, and it's horrible.
Jay, listen, I understand the pain you're going through. Of course I do. But it pains me to say, I don't think you not turn up will make any difference to whether or not they sell the club. I don't think if it's an empty stadium, that will never be the case. You'll never get an empty Old Trafford because fans have just had enough. The only way they're going to sell is if they make copious amounts of money. It won't be, sadly, because Jay doesn't turn up.
Yeah, but then hopefully, obviously, mate, I know what it's like. I know that I'm not going to change it, and, even if it's 100 of us or 200 of us, even if it was 1,000 of us, it might not change it. But, I speak to United fans day in, day out, right, and I think to myself, what change can I make? And the only change I can make is stop going to the games, stop buying the merchandise, which I haven't done for years, obviously, I want to support my team, and, I love United. I'd never stop watching them. I will watch them on the telly. I won't just completely go off the boil with it. But I just think that, one empty seat might turn into 50, and you never know, might get stand that's empty, and then that will really hit home, I think.
All right. Jay, good luck with the driveway.
Even the first game of the season, you guys had 73,000 in there. So I just don't know you're going to get a big enough dent because you're talking about 20,000 people, 30,000 not going.
More. I don't know of any owners that have ever sold a club because the ground was empty and sponsors pulled out.
Because I know Manchester, they've hated the Glazers for a long time, but they're still going to the games to protest.
If 10,000 United fans stop going, 65,000 people turn up.
Still a lot of.
Do you know what I mean? Ray's a Man United fan. Hello, Ray.
Hello, guys. Hi, how are you?
We're good, very well. How are you doing today?
Well, better than watching the football, to be honest.
Go on, what do you want to say, Ray?
Yeah, well, for me, I know a lot of United fans might not like what I'm going to say, but for me, I don't really care who owns the club because I think the biggest picture that we're missing here is the results. And for me, I stopped going for a long time ago. I used to go when Jose, but I stopped going now. But for me, the results is the more. I don't really care if Jim Ratcliffe buys a club and we're still getting thrashed away from Brentford. Because I just don't have any excitement anymore until I see the football team play.
So Ray, you putting the blame solely on the players and not the Glazers?
Well, the Glazers are not great, but they pay so much wages to these players. Just the other day, we put down 70-something million for Frankie de Jong. So the money is being pumped into the club, but we're not getting results. And that's, for me, the biggest problem. And that's why I'm not getting excited about Rafi, because Rafi could come in, he could put down £1 billion for one player. And if he don't show up, we're still in the same situation, but we're just a different owner. So I just want to see these guys get out there, start, and wear the shirt with pride, because that's what it's about. Because at the end of the day, owners don't win your football games. Players win your games. And, if you are going to the match or you're watching the match and you're just seeing us being completely...
Do you know what, Ray? I think Ray makes a good point there, because you're right. At some stage, you've got to stop signing just superstar names again. Right, he's a superstar, he's a good player. Bring him into the dressing room. Surely you've got to do your due diligence, look at the character of the player. Do you know what I mean? 'Cause that's the most important, the mentality of the player, rather than just going for, rather than just playing Football Manager. I'll put that superstar in with that football star. Sometimes it doesn't always work, and we're seeing that now with United, that just putting superstars together at times just doesn't fit. You're going to have to, do you know what I mean? Sometimes the player might be a little bit lesser, but their mentality might be spot on. Like I think I was listening this morning, they were talking about Conor Gallagher at United. He's someone to talk about his mentality, his dedication to playing football, his attitude. His hunger. He would be perfect. And then at the end of that, he's a very, very good footballer. He'd be perfect for someone like Manchester United.